Hey, man, you a sinner. That's why AI is a sinner.
It is a sinner. Welcome to Overall Nine. It's your boy, Zelme. When we do what we do, we review on keeping reviews. And of course, I'm joined with you, Nico Williams.
Oh, I'm blessed. I'm happy to be alive, man. I'm also happy that I'm not a sinner.
Sammy Davis Jr. I knew exactly who they were talking about as soon as they did it because I know like the rumor of selling your soul at the racetracks.
I actually want to hear his story because he was tap dancing a little bit, wasn't he? Now that I think about it, you don't just be in the Rat Pack without. Man, I don't even think Sinatra let him on the back of the bus on the front bus. He had to take his own. Hey, go ahead. What's up, man? Did y'all see Sinners yet?
Sinners was a masterpiece. Let's get it.
Caught that up.
Quick synopsis of the movie. It's a very simple movie. It's a lot of details in between, but the story up front is very simple, straight to the point. The story structure is very simple.
You are the king of sitting on the fence, so I can't wait to hear your very simple explanation of this.
The simple explanation
I'll speak again in another 15 minutes.
Is that it's basically Sam, preacher's boy, preacher's son, is out here. He wants to play the guitar. He wants to do the blues. He wants to perform. And as his daddy said at the beginning of the movie, put that guitar down, boy. Go get your soul saved. And put that nasty devil music down. Essentially, he wants to branch out. He has cousins who do more. And they open a juke joint. My dad had a juke joint, so that brought back
what's up. This did take place in the Delta.
Clarksdale, Mississippi, 1932.
Shout out to the Choctaws.
Grandma Creole, so it's a little different. Not that family.
My grandpa rarely talks about his uncles. But go ahead.
The story is the two cousins come, they open up a juke joint and they want their talented cousin, who they gave this guitar to perform. As he has practiced and gotten better, they want to have a great opening night to this place that they think can be for us, by us. I'm like, football?
I directly caught that quote.
Essentially, they get together, group, cornbread, and everybody else. I can't even remember everybody's names. I know Mary. We have Grace. We have Pearline, who is married. Mr. Cho. Down to Slim. He's the first person we meet. That boy can't play. I got underwear. Been around over there. They gonna get this group together for this moment. This is straight after World War II. These two are soldiers. It's twins, both played by our favorite Michael B. Jordan. We find out they come from war. They got a little money. Probably messing with some Al Capone. There's a rumor they were messing with, money and stuff. But they was going. And a vampire shows up. Like, it's the most random moment. Like, we get this whole backstory. We thinking racism, slave, Jim Crow time. It's gonna be this movie about Jim Crow. No, this movie is not about Jim Crow at all. It had two moments where you feel Jim Crow, and that's at the very end, which it didn't feel like Jim Crow because I'm like, she didn't. Troy don't exist no more, boy.
There was an Irish sing-along. There was some symbolism to that.
Yeah, Irish and everything.
There was so much symbolism in this movie.
So there's a lot of Irish stuff. We had Remick shows up to this white family, and they were like, "We don't know you, boy," but he like the Choctaw trying to get me. And somehow the sun went down really fast. Like that motherfucker was fully in the sky.
I noticed that the moon was fully in the sky too, but I'm just gonna leave that alone. At one point in the movie,
then the Choctaws came, and it was still in the sky. Then they went to the door, and it wasn't in the sky as much anymore. And I'm like, that's the fastest sunset I've ever seen in my life, but it worked. So Remick sees a cake gear and realizes where he at. Don't let the dirty other people get to me. Y'all gotta protect me. They out here to get me. We come to find out he's a vampire. That's the most random situation ever. Like, oh, he's a vampire. Then we get to the point where they are performing at the juke joint. As they stated in the beginning of the movie, my boy Sammy Davis Jr. Well, Sammy Moore is performing, and he's such a strong performer that he brings the spirits back from the dead, which we find out wants him so he can see his family again because their soul is lost and lonely forever. He hears the music that brings the spirit back, He goes up to the door with the couple that he went with before. And then this whole scenario plays out where Mary goes outside to get money. They only got 2 months left to live off, and they have to get the money back. Mary goes outside, and a whole situation happened where everybody turns vampires, and they have to kill them, but everybody dies. I just spoiled the movie for you, but that's basically the synopsis. Once it got to that point, it got very simple. But it's a lot of little dynamics we're going to mention throughout that we enjoyed. How do you feel about the movie? It's a fantastic movie.
First of all, I got 2 movies in one. The first part of the movie was leading up to this about to be a vampire movie. Like, it was crazy. Like they was just 2 brothers. Like, this movie could have went a whole different way. It could have kept out of it and talked about how got their dirty money and they got to protect their club, and then it's a happy ending. It could have did that, and this movie would have still been really good. But they was like, okay, here's a twist, like an hour and a half into now it's vampires. And matter of fact, the vampirism, we gonna talk about how this man playing the guitar goes through Black culture.
I'm like, well, how did the Blu-ray get here?
It was crazy. They were looking back at Asian history. We also know K-pop and stuff like that. I thought that the vampirism symbolism, that's where things got weird because I wasn't expecting it. They were basically saying this is where this story ends. Black people have accomplished so many things and are part of culture. This movie was great because now you get into an actually pretty good survival vampire movie. Like, it was actually really good. So you got 2 movies in one, which is absolutely amazing. The writing was great. And then I want to say this about Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan is the only actor that can make you forget that he was anybody else. I forgot that he was a retiring boxer. I forgot in this moment, he was Smoke. Man, he did an amazing job. Smokestack was pretty good. That was pretty good. And it was like, it came up with an idea that was like, hey, you got to wear blue all the time, and I'm going to wear red just so everybody know, period. And it just worked like that.
It was a lot of symbolism in it. From Remick telling them, you got to do our Irish culture or some other, whatever other culture. You got to sing our folklore, and y'all going to sing and dance and entertain us.
It was, what happens when you let us in? You belong to us.
And you're going to end, the Sammy represented, you're going to entertain us forever.
And we can use you to bring others in. That guitar that you play, we can continue.
Funny thing he also did was making sure Mary was the first one to get the black. Because Stack tried to protect her. He was like, if somebody mess with you, me and my brother. I'm like, I'm gonna be on Smoke was not finna kill nobody for that girl. That's not like, no, it's like that. And I'm gonna shoot if you don't get a dog. I was like, oh, but she did. She was the first one to go out. It was interesting because even in the memories, she wasn't in them. I was like, that kind of sad because she really rocked with y'all in a weird way. She was the first one because she's family. And they got to her first. Then I don't know if there was some symbolism or something, but Bo had to go outside to get the car. It was a lot of symbolism. I'm gonna make sure we get all of y'all. Y'all all gonna die. Technically, y'all all gonna die inside, and we're gonna live in together forever.
1932 Mississippi.
So basically, that was the symbolism in the whole story. You will die, but you will be reborn as one of us. Which I was like, that's a cool way to make that happen in this story. Like I said, you had Mary, the one who helped raise, her mother helped raise, and she was sleeping with the black man. Shout out to Hailee Steinfeld, by the way. I was like, I ain't never heard you talk like this, Hailee. You gonna steal this? When did we say this, Hailee? Not Gwen, not Hawkeye's daughter.
I also want to give a special shout out to this was a black movie that had real backing to it. This wasn't no Tubi type. Man, when I seen Warner Brothers, I was like, oh yeah, this is about to be lit. Warner Brothers, as far as a production company goes, they gave us The Matrix. They gave us Looney Tunes. When you see that sign, it's about to be a pretty legit movie and it's going to have all the support that it needed. And I'm happy that Ryan Coogler got that. Like, it wasn't nothing where he had to come do it himself. Warner Brothers came and did it. And
Well,
shout out to
it's interesting that a lot of executives in Hollywood are mad about because they want it. But this was very much Lovecraft Country-esque, which is a great show. One of his first shows we reviewed. And in that vein, we did see Tanaj L. Jackson playing Beatrice, which got me to pop, seeing Warner Brothers with her as Annie. We saw Annie, and I was like, Annie is literally here from Lovecraft Country. She played an amazing role. The acting in this movie was amazing. The music was incredible. It felt like you was watching.
But when I seen Cornbread, I said, ain't that nigga from Logan Yard on that movie with a Sandra Blind Side? I was like, man, he the big dude from everything. Was he in Atlanta, ATL?
He was in 8 Mile.
He was 8 Mile. Yeah. I was happy. I was like, man, good to see him. He doing good. He looks good.
He was also in House of Lies, 1982. What was the movie? Grinding. Shout out to Grinding. If you watch the DVD.
If y'all don't know what a DVD is, just don't worry about it.
He's most famous for 8 Mile.
It was just good to see him again.
What y'all like about this movie? What symbolism did we miss? The structure of the movie, the overall plot was very straightforward. It was 2 twins buying a juke joint, getting hunted by vampires. They heard amazing music, and music is the veil to the soul. It can bring back rams and even sometimes bring back. When all the little things from Stack and Smoke, the twin relationship, I'm not me without you, to the end scene when it gets the clan, which was so random, but they hinted at it. They coming for y'all boys. We can protect you. The whole scene too, which goes into we can protect you in the music industry. Go up there to the north. Don't go to the bayou. Do your thing. Which I think in the end, Sammy did go to the bayou. I was trying to see, but unfortunately I don't have replay to see. But don't go up there north. It's just a clan with cities and skyscrapers instead of. That's what said in the movie.
Oh,
well,
that's
I want to give Delroy Lindo as Delta Slim. That man right there, boy. Every scene I felt like he hit. Every scene. It felt like I was watching my uncle in real life talk country to me and tell me stories. It's simple a little bit. I ain't drunk now. I'm sober. Ain't nobody gonna touch my family unless they go through me. He said, I told you go get them out of here because I meant what I said. The man cut himself, got the blood started taking on all the vampire. There was one point in the movie, Joe, that I did want to say about Smoke. I don't know how Smoke stabbed Stack and teleported between all them people dancing and stabbed up Remick in the back.
I don't know.
How did you get there?
I don't know, but I do know this much. I think it was very interesting that Mrs. Chill is the one that let them in. Man, I'm telling you, this is a powerful move. It was powerful.
They heard it. You think they got enough time to drive all the way down there at night and float before daytime to come back? They want one person. You think they finna leave just in case he do? If they leave, then you can do it. They just sitting out there singing in front of you and you looking at them.
I hope this isn't too early for them to miss award season where people just forget how great this movie is. Because right now it's got my movie of the year. You talking about we got to go against Thunderbolt. Shout out to another brother, Mr. Mackey. But we appreciate what you did with Captain America and his Black History Month. We appreciate it.
Delta Slim when they strong brothers, and all the inmates just started and then the gunshot. You know them? I know all of them. Then he told a story about how they got it, brother. Then he played some blues. Which that scene was powerful too. Because he played the blues. Like, play that guitar, boy. You realize every time they talked about a sad moment, whether it was the father passing, whether it was his brother, they always played blues right after. Think about it. Every time. When you talk about your brother dying, when you talk about your dad, we ain't going to talk about that. Then when he talked about his dad in the car with a Stack, he like, show me that guitar I got you. And he lied about who guitar was. Show me how you play. Every time. And that's something we do. We play music. And you go to a funeral, people gonna dance and play funeral music. It's he moving on, folks. And by the way, the unique thing about that is Christianity didn't teach black people that. You've been to a white funeral. It's very much different than a black funeral. It is completely opposite. It is black wearing all black and mourning, and black people, I don't know if y'all been, but people wearing white. It's a celebration of homegoing. Even if they ain't Christian.
The funeral for the light-skinned community, it's usually a pretty tame situation, very buttoned up.
I'm from the South.
I've had some friends pass away up here. How'd you know him? It almost feels like a formality. What they say about us on TikTok, 10 minutes after the funeral, they line dancing to a cha-cha slide, eating good.
If you're younger, they got your face on the shirt.
Let's take it back to New Orleans. When you pass away, it's a party. It's a parade in the street.
Music, all that is always represented in our culture because it's a homegoing celebration.
We call it homegoing.
It's a funeral. No, it's a homegoing celebration. So the fact that every time they mention a death, they play music was also...
Man, they didn't even know what to play on their part. They skip right to the next scene after he told, you got that guitar, don't you? They went right to the next scene. I'm telling you, that Irish song was hitting, though. My man was hitting Seawalk, the Celtic warrior. That's the real Seawalk. I said, God damn, they be really hitting that bug. Boy, the back be so stiff and them legs get the boot and be jumping right, boy. And then you see my boy Cornbread dancing real good in the background. Boy, you couldn't up back there in that Irish song. Boy.
I was sleeping with him. He died.
They turned on the lights in the theater when Dr. Umar stood up. He said,
so once saw that scene, it looked just like Michael be with them. Why? I'm dealing with a racist right now. That was a great movie. The music, the acting, even the film was impeccable to me. They made it granular where it looks olden, but they didn't do quite the black and white, which they usually do with movies from that time. They had color TV when Martin Luther King. They just showed everything in black and white to make it seem like it was older.
Yeah.
They did. So the granular feel of the old school, like I was watching a modern day old film. I loved it.
Man, when it was time to fight, they the whole IMAX up. They said, there's full screen. I said, okay, that's a nice test. I didn't notice it at first. And I said, oh, y'all turned it up. I'm going to buy this on Blu-ray. When this comes out on Blu-ray, I'm buying it. And I just want to have the physical copy. I'll watch it when it's streaming. I'm not opening the package up. And right now, I need Trae Young to do something special. Take care of this Tyler Hero kid, man. We wrote for Trae Young. We need to take care of Tyler Hero today. Yeah, let's go, Atlanta. Tyler Hero messed it up for y'all. Y'all root for the Heat.
We did have to end it in the middle of the end credit scene, which I want to talk about. The ending ended with, what's his name? Let me see. What was his name? It was Hardwood. Hardwood brought his boys. And my guy Smoke cleared them all out. My man had grenades. He was pulling guns. I don't know where you find a wooden plank. I don't know when you had time to dig that hole to put them guns in, because you just bought that house a few hours ago. But he had a spot and he kicked open to have the old machine gun, boy. He was just popping.
Sniper rifle, Tommy gun, grenade. He was not playing. Getting shot right there ain't gonna kill you.
How much blood he lost before?
He got shot once. He did get bit by cornbread.
He got thrown through walls and he bleeding all night. And then the gunshot just probably he was already kind of dizzy. The mid-credit scene, Smoke actually allowed Vampire Stack to live and go away with Mary. Make his promise to leave Sammy be. Because that's all he had to do. Like I said, they presented us in a way that it looked like he that, but he didn't. 6 years later, Sammy, now played by Buddy Guy, went on to become a famous and successful musician. As we saw Stack and Mary enter Sammy's club and offered to make him immortal now that he's nearing the end of his life. Sammy refuses, and the three discuss the fateful night, and Sammy, before the horror began, that it was the best day of his life. It was not only the last time he saw his brother and son, but the last time he truly felt free.
Everybody felt free that night.
And also a post-credit scene when young Sammy sang A Little Light of Mine. He's off to live his chosen life as a musician rather than in the church being his daddy. But there's a lot of symbolism in the movie. He chose his own life over that. It was a great movie, fantastic movie. I would recommend everybody watch it. Make sure this movie does well. That's all I can say. I do appreciate y'all. Unico, what can they find you?
Unico Williams, no O Williams. Unico Williams on YouTube. We are slowly but surely trying to get back into things. I just beat Final Fantasy VII. We're about to get into Assassin's Creed Shadows. But I really want to play Final Fantasy 16, but we'll see.
And I'll probably be on Oblivion starting soon. We don't have Daredevil anymore. Shout out to the Daredevil review.
Shout out to Daredevil.
Happy Face will be out tomorrow. Power will be out tonight.
Review coming soon.
Yeah. And we might have a booking situation in which we talk about WrestleMania, the way it was booked. We'll be live on this channel. Sunday, the most popular show we got right now, Mobland. I will be reviewing Mobland. Great show. Tom Hardy is doing his thing. Havoc review next week on Netflix. Then the next week, we have another Marvel movie, Thunderbolts. It's another movie coming out. I have a lot to catch up on before the season ends for 2 other shows. I'm just going to do a season end review of them. But hopefully we'll get interviews and stuff soon. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell.